Long ago, in the mighty kingdom of Persia, a quiet story was unfolding that would change the fate of a people. Among the exiles in Susa lived a young Jewish girl named Hadassah. Orphaned and raised by her cousin Mordecai, she was taught to honor God, even in a land of idols. When King Ahasuerus sought a new queen, Hadassah, now called Esther, was taken to the palace. She hid her Jewish identity, as Mordecai had warned her. For 12 months she prepared. When she finally met the king, he was moved. He placed the crown on her head, from orphan to queen. But while Esther wore a crown, evil plotted in the shadows. Haman, a proud and powerful noble, demanded that all bow to him. But Mordecai, a Jew, refused. Enraged, Haman sought not just revenge, but genocide. He went to the king.
There is a people scattered throughout your provinces who do not follow your laws. Let them be destroyed.
The king agreed, unaware they were Esther's people. A decree was sealed. On the 13th day of Adar, all Jews were to be slaughtered. Mourning swept across the land. Mordecai tore his clothes and sent word to Esther.
Do not think you will escape. Who knows if you were brought to the kingdom for such a time as this?
Esther was shaken. To approach the king uninvited was to risk death. Still, she made her choice.
Go, gather the Jews. Fast for me 3 days. I will fast also.
Then I will go to the king. And if I perish, I perish.
3 days later, Esther stood before the throne room, her heart pounding. She was clothed not just in royal robes, but in divine courage. She stepped forward. The king looked up and smiled. He stretched out the golden scepter. She lived, but she didn't state her request just yet. Instead, she invited the king and Haman to 2 private banquets. At the second feast, the king asked,
"What is your request, Queen Esther?"
Her voice trembled but did not falter.
If I have found favor in your sight, O king, let my life be spared and the lives of my people. For we have been sold to be destroyed.
The king's eyes widened.
Who has done this? Who has done this?
Esther pointed across the table.
The adversary is this wicked Haman.
Chaos erupted. Haman begged for his life, but justice was swift. He was hanged on the very gallows he had built for Mordecai. The danger was not over. The king's first decree could not be undone, but he issued a new one, allowing the Jews to defend themselves. On the day of battle, the Jews rose up in strength, and their enemies were defeated. And so, every year, the Jews remember this great victory during the Feast of Purim, a celebration of how God turned mourning into dancing and fear into faith. Esther didn't seek power, but when the moment came, she rose. She used her voice. She laid down her fear. She stood in the gap for her people. Not because she felt ready, but because she was called for such a time as this.